You're such an asshole.
All right, I was doing a little quick economic research, and this is part two of the previous client's question. He says the second topic would be to cover how much do dealers really make type of video, because I'm sure there are several youthful DAs that would want to take this shortcut. Youthful DAs, district attorneys that would want to take this shortcut. Oh, dumbasses. And because I want to get the girls of the world. Side note, repeat customer. I now have 5 customers in my business and have made $128,000 profit. Thank you for telling me your profit and not how much money you brought in. We bring in about this. Yeah, what do you spend on expenses? Another little tip for you girls there on how to assess whether somebody actually makes a lot of money. Men will tell you what they brought in sales. They will never tell you the profits. I made $6 million in business, man. Oh, but you got a commission of $43,000. Good for you. So you made $128,000 profit on a business you consulted me with. Man, I'm actually worth what I charge. Oh my goodness. Thank you for all your help, and I hope South Dakota is treating you well, and may the English muffin gods be in your favor. They have not been in my favor. They have not. Cappy is very cool towards South Dakota now. Cappy, I still like South Dakota, but I will be generally like, if inflation comes in and we still have to wear the diaper on our faces nationally, I'm probably taking off. All right, so I did a little bit of research. Let me pull up my brief little bit of notes. And here's what we got. And we're going to get into the old classic mean median mode. And I have to apologize to the women because I know you girls, your dream is to like get the tingles from criminals and drug dealers. Like those are hot. I mean, investment bankers are pretty cool. I'll grant you that. And, surgeons are kind of square and boring, but they do make a lot of money. But we know you girls just love yourselves, a felon, a good old felon. And I hate to break to you girls, these guys don't make a lot of money. So yeah, but since you were concerned to our dear client that a career of dealing drugs might pay a lot of money so that guys could get the girls, that is not the case. You're purely going to have to go when it comes to dealing drugs, unless you're like Tony Montana. Unless you're like the leader, you are not going to make that much money. So it is going to be purely reputation and status, prestige. You're going to have to fool girls into thinking you're making a lot of money when in fact you don't. But don't worry, girls date Duke Rose salesmen who don't make money because they buy fancy cars. So thankfully, they will not audit your figures. All right. Glassdoor, of all places, actually has data on this, and they say it's $117,000 per year. I'm inclined to agree with that. I could see it, but I would say that's probably a median average. And just so you know, it's very skewed. It's very asymptotic. I almost guarantee you drug dealing incomes are very much like actors. Like there's a very few people who make the vast majority of the top, or webcam girls. Very few people make the vast majority of the money at the top. It goes down, and then you just got your mules. And so that the mules, which would be your mode average, probably more even a median if you want to take it. There are several research reports coming out in 1990 and 2000. Obviously, it's illegal, so it's hard to get data. But adjusting for inflation, they make about $41,000 a year. And for those of you who are kicking around, I understand the appeal for dealing drugs. Like there's no HR kuwanta asking you a bunch of stupid questions. You have to deal with a boss, but your boss probably makes it very clear what he wants you to do. And you probably know what you better do and not screw up. In all honesty, it is easy. It is like not really a training program. It don't require a 4-year degree. I can see where it is kind of easy money, right? But it's not that much. And I'd argue for 41 grand, it ain't worth it. You can go like drive Uber. You could go work a regular old job and not have the criminal risk with that. Now, I do know a guy who actually did deal drugs at a certainly higher than average level. And he ended up getting out of it because the next step, he would have been in felony territory. And then also you got to have everything covered, because what if you get narc, things would get a lot more real, and you probably would make a lot more money. But he was smart, and he made some pretty good money. And I'm not endorsing it. I'm just explaining I understand it. But even for your rank and file average, 41,000 a year, it's not worth it, man. Like, you can make that much just working a regular old job, maybe even get health insurance, you know, and the possibility for a promotion. But they have that too in the cartels. So then I did it my way, because at least I know where my figures come from. It's like a chef. Like, here's this prepackaged microwave food that came from wherever. Oh, yeah, I guess 41,000. I did a little bit more different. And I took the total U.S. trade in illicit narcotics. I got some data as to how many people there are that trade drugs, which is, none of these figures are perfect. And the total U.S. drug trade is about 150 billion a year. I estimated there was 600,000 people trading drugs in the United States. Someone might have different figures. And that, if you break that down, each person is paid $247,000 per year. Now, obviously, the cartel owners and the higher ups and the enforcers make a lot more money. They're making the lion's share. But generally speaking, on a macro level, you can on average quarter beer. Right? But for those youngins out there, yeah, it's more like 40, probably 20. I mean, really, you want to see what it's like? Go look at the income distribution of online media personnel like YouTubers or Twitch people, or not super chats. What the heck is it where the girls show their boobs? Fans only. Fans only. Fans only. Go there. I guarantee you, or actors and actresses, it's the same thing. So yeah, I just wouldn't deal drugs. I wouldn't, unless you were very smart about it and you could cover your six. And even then, I don't think it'd be worth the legal risk. So we got that there. Nature Boy, $2. Pfizer CEO made 21 million in 2020. Yeah, that's legal drugs. That's the drugs that are probably just as bad for you, but they're legal, and they're nowhere near as fun. Nowhere near as fun as pot or cocaine or marijuana. Chris is Black, $2, former dealer. Yeah, Chris, that's right. I forgot. But you weren't high up on the chain. Why don't you comment below what the average street trader, what they make. Swallow Blue, $5. What if you're in Portland where it's completely legal? A couple of years ago, they legalized all the. Well, I don't know. I'd have to look up the data, but I do know both in Colorado and Oregon or Portland, what they tried to do is they made it legal, but then they taxed the ever living snot out of it, that the drug dealers just kept dealing under the table anyway, because they put the price so high. They taxed it so much. You're like, I'm not paying tax. So now you get them on tax evasion. You won't get them for illegal drug trade. They're just not paying their taxes. That'll work, guys. That'll work. All right. There's a whole chapter. Oh, here, Freakonomics. Rational Book of Free goes into data about this. Whole chapter, why do drug dealers live with their moms or something like that? Yeah, I'm sure they don't make a lot of money. I'm sure they don't. All right. Anyway, I'm sorry to break it to you girls, but your dream of dating a felon, just another hole in the boat on that one. You're just gonna have to stick with murderers and you know, what do you girls? Oh, you like the finance guys, right? You like the finance guys who go and screw everyone out of their pension and put grandma out of the nursing home. Like you get turned on by those guys, right? All right, see you guys later, Toodles. Oh, wait, did we miss one? No. Okay. Well, we got it.